Like, y'all worried about him?
What the fuck? Motherfucker, look at your bird like this. Squeeks. That's a good time. You just meant you was gonna get some attention. Well, you got it. I ain't ate yet.
CBT.
Hold on, we're going fast. 13. Oh, that's crazy.
This man even got a shower. Like,
Hey,
he
cuz,
looks dirty.
Dustin is a motherfucker. Y'all know might be watching the Ferris wheel instead of getting on that motherfucker. And you didn't win no fucking game. Just gonna stay here. I know you ain't got nothing on. Oh, all right. Oh, that's crazy. 3 pieces of motherfucking turkey bacon up there, motherfucker. Don't touch it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the E2E Today podcast. I'm your host, the Commish. Of course, as always, I'm here with E2E Squeeks.
Hey guys.
We're going to give you guys the rundown, right, of the Invitational this weekend.
We can call it an invitation. I mean a national. We're not gonna
That's
We're
right.
not gonna call it a national.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying. I mean, you know. They asked why. They asked why we was calling it national, but we're going to get to that later, all right? Cue the damn music.
Watch us work. Watch us work. Watch us work. Watch us work.
The E2E family, the best of them. Just watch us work, we excel in the excellence. 80s on top when they checking in. Work hard all day, so crack doors for the heck of it. Gotta work hard, it's a process of betterment. If you got dreams, it's E2E good for helping it. Play the next leaf, feel I'm back in my element. Felt on my Rob, he a champ for a veteran.
Hey.
Got to the baddest next season for big. We gotta have fun for one reason, the kids. Grinding for goals on the reason they're in.
So, Squeak, we did some major things this past weekend. I don't care what nobody think. For us, as E2E, the things we done went through and things like that, to have something like this for our community and to have the turnout and the support from the community was big.
Right. Because we've gone to nationals in the past and they're not high caliber.
Right. I mean,
So our folks said, why can't we do this at home?
right.
And we said at the beginning of the season, before this spring started, we're gonna make it happen.
Right. And it definitely wasn't easy.
Right.
And right off top, I personally felt the anxiety of teams not right away signing up and things of that nature. Knowing what we've put into it from a monetary standpoint as E2E.
Right.
Knowing what we put into it as a time standpoint, because believe it or not, I don't know if people understand, believe it or not, time is so valuable.
Yeah, and we all have lives, families,
Yeah.
work, jobs,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
outside of this. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
So-
so we definitely sacrificed a lot to make this happen. So I am appreciative of the solid ones that
Right.
did rock with us.
Right. This is what we're gonna do, and I don't care how long it takes. Right. We're gonna go through, and this is an appreciation thing now. Everybody that supported us in this tournament, right? So you can go ahead and tell us. Let's start with the organizations that.
On the 8U division, we had the South Hill Yellow Jackets, the Central Virginia Tigers, and the East End Tigers.
Man, listen, all them teams are solid teams.
Right.
Shout out Rome, shout out Tim, shout out CVT, Coach D. I think his name D, Coach D. I might have messed that up.
Which one?
The coach for East End Tigers, the coach that won with the dreads. My guy, you know what I'm saying? I can't say my guy because I don't know him. He know what I'm talking about. He won.
Yeah.
He got the trophy and all that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Big Avery, literally big Avery. You know what I mean? So shout out that whole AU division. Only thing I want to say about the AU division is one thing. As a league, because the game was tense, and I'm not gonna dwell on much on the outcome of the game and things of that nature. But one thing about me as a league, I'm gonna be fair.
Right.
I'm not a referee.
Right.
I can't run on the field at no time and say, stop the game. This is what I feel about this call, and it must go that way.
Right.
That's not how this league works.
Nor do we have any players, any
Right,
kids.
I have no kids.
Family
I
members.
have no family members. I have nothing on any of these teams. My goal every time is to have an efficient football game, to have people to have fun, to have the kids to have fun. We already know it's going to be a winner and a loser in a football game.
Right.
We barely have ties. So at the end of the day,
We couldn't have a tie for this.
right, exactly. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose.
Right.
And I knew in that game, because it was two elite teams playing each other, it was going to probably be the first mistake that happened. What's the name? I didn't know that was going to happen that way.
What teams are you referring to?
I'm talking about the CVT 8U
Right.
and the Gator 8U.
East End Tigers.
East End Tigers. Right. I call them
I don't.
Gators.
Yeah,
You know what?
I don't think anybody
I'm
remember
thinking
them
back.
Gators.
Yeah.
Remember they were Gators in
I done
spring.
took it back to the Gators. Wow. Anyway, I did take it back. So the East End Tigers 8U, I know it's tough because it was a situation where it could have went either way. In my eyes, I didn't see the play completely. I know people got replays and all this type of stuff. I'm not a referee. I'm sorry about how it happened. Some people won't satisfy, but we make stuff better. Refereeing get better. I shout out both teams because, again, that CVT team won everything in our league.
Right.
Coach of the
I
year.
think both teams were undefeated in both
their leagues, in both their
Yeah.
respective leagues. Okay, so
So,
it was
I
two
mean,
good teams.
right.
And CVT in the pool play round,
They beat them by a
they
touchdown.
beat them by a touchdown. So, again, man, look, I love both teams. Shout out to both teams. I appreciate you guys participating.
Yes. 12U. Yeah, we'll skip ahead to Tiger. Yeah, this division was loaded, and I noticed even in regular season, 12U is always
Right.
popping.
It was popping.
But we had the Hova Bobcats, the Central Virginia Tigers, the River City Ducks, and the Goats.
Listen, that was stacked. Shout out to all those teams that participated, because that was one of those divisions that was right on time with what was going on. They had 4 teams in the division.
Yeah, we said to make this work, we needed a 4-team minimum.
Yeah.
In each age group.
Yeah, so they made it happen in that division. That was the most exciting division. I mean, listen.
Even from when we did the check-ins at B Dubs, because
Right.
we had to draw for
Right.
pool play seedings.
Right.
So all of that was just
Oh
fun.
yeah. That shout out B Dubs.
Oh yeah, shout out
They
B-Dubs.
held out check-ins.
Yeah.
Everything was fine.
I hope y'all got them wings.
them unlimited wings. That was the last day of it too. Yes. We was right on time.
Yes.
Unlimited wings and fries.
Yes.
It was all good. I saw the excitement in the kids' faces when they saw things and how we was doing things. So shout out to all those teams in the 12U. Shout out to the Goats. Shout out to Day for supporting. Kept it real, kept it 100. How you supposed to. It's right in your backyard. Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
And then we had 2 exhibition games. I guess you can call it that.
You call it exhibition game, but look, you couldn't tell them kids that.
Right, exactly. They were still, both teams were playing for the same trophies and rings.
Right. You couldn't tell them kids that.
All right,
Well,
to
that
tell
was
you, we
crazy.
had the Chester Jets at the River City Monarchs. The Monarchs pulled this one out.
Yes.
But
And
that was a good game. The Jets,
just put together a real good team.
right, they did.
They put together a real good team. I think the Monarchs had a chip on their shoulder from how the playoffs went during the regular season of E2E season.
Yes.
And they came
And
together.
the Jets pulled from everywhere. They had some kids from Fredericksburg.
Yes, they did. Yes.
The one with the boom box that played your theme song.
My theme song.
Yeah, your theme song took you back to the to the
yeah,
club days.
yeah. What's his name?
Rambo.
Yeah. Yeah, he played that
The Young
Youngbloods. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's that thing right there. I didn't hear that out there. Did he play it out there?
I think we said no music at the.
Did he? Oops. Next year we can have music. Walking up, police.
Noted.
Noted. Yeah, we're gonna get better.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to play that.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway.
And then the 14U matchup, we had the River City Monarchs versus the Junior Panthers.
Which was a repeat of one of our semifinal games that came down to the end of the game. Shout out to both teams for participating.
Right.
It won't set up like we wanted it to, but it will get better. But again,
That's a little difficult because really, we're the only 14U around in spring, so
it's tough.
yeah.
It's tough to fill that division, but we're gonna do the best we can. And again, the way they took their rings and their trophies and things like that, you couldn't tell they hadn't went through the gauntlet to get it.
Right.
You couldn't tell them it wasn't a special event that they did.
Right.
So
And they earned it. Everybody understood the assignment. We said load up, and that's exactly what these teams did.
yes, they did. Yes, they did. Look, I want to shout out Hoover because Hoover made it to the 12U final, and Hoover's a team that's been rocking with us since their inception, since they've been around.
Right.
And in a couple years, they done been in a few championships. They done won championships. And they were right there with a travel team and had really progressed. Now, they did get beaten in the championship, but they ain't got nothing to hang their head on. But I do want to shout those guys out, Buck and Coach, and definitely the smoked meats.
Pause. That don't deserve a pause.
Because I shouted out the smoked meat.
Pause.
When you put the S on it.
Multiple meats.
Yeah. Bologna, brisket, multiple meats. I like how you put the spin in that. I'm shouting out multiple meats. Now, hold on. You know what? Hold on. Rewind that. Exactly. I don't want to say that. Multiple meats. Pause that. I don't want to say that. Multiple meats. Yeah, that was different.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I said it, it came off my lips spicy.
Pause.
Yeah. Let me clear my throat. Anyway.
Yeah, so I want to
Go ahead. Shout out people that made it happen.
I want to backtrack on a comment you made when you shouted out Day Day for saying why not support something that's right here in your own backyard. And despite what the number of teams look like, we did have a lot of supporters.
Yes.
They came out there, rock with us.
Yes.
Some behind the scenes sending encouragement messages. Taj and Sherelle from the Bulldogs. They didn't play football this season, but they definitely were out there holding down the sidelines, grabbing a gate when I needed them to.
Getting water or certain stuff like that. Getting water for a sideline or something, stuff like that.
So Corey Jeter, he offered to work the score clock.
Yes, he did. He
for
really
me.
wanted to
He
work
showed
the
me
score
how to work the score clock at one point.
Yep.
Tiffany from Hova.
Man, listen. She might have saved my life.
Yes, she did. All
Because
of
that
ours.
listing fan.
I know she was clutch with that fan.
Oh, she was close with
Oh
the
my
listing
gosh.
fan. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
She
so
was, yes.
yeah, any bit of support we welcome it.
Definitely, no doubt. Because again, we put a lot into it.
And they saw the vision, they saw what we went through, and they just wanted to be a part.
Yes, definitely.
I appreciate you guys. Oh, can I shout out my Titans?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
They didn't put a team in it, but Nicole and Jay Lee was definitely
They're my
sending
people.
me encouragement behind the scenes. Thank you guys.
Shout out to the Titans. Hold on. Do I supposed to say the
Oh.
Titans or Titans?
Stallions is still spring
Oh, that's
technically. Stallions.
See, you said it first.
They know who they are.
How you gonna get on me? You said it first.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. And our original OG, Michelle.
Michelle, that's my girl. Everybody know we shout out Michelle. She's part of our
Right.
upbringing, our roots. She know we love her. E2E loves her, and she already knows she's always welcome around us. Always
time.
stop by the red tent.
Every time.
Always definitely stop by the red tent. Right? So, well, listen, that
Yeah.
kind of puts a bag and a wrap up.
Yeah, because we had our supporters, as you can see, but then we also had. Yeah, there was the other side of that.
Yeah, and what I want to say, I'll put the disclaimer out there. For those of you moms and dads. Oh, you know what? First off, shout out the family from Hopewell. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all stopped us separately. Y'all spoke to us constantly. Shout out to y'all, cause y'all definitely made her feel special, because she didn't think nobody knew who she was from the podcast.
First of all,
She done went and let her hair down and everything. Every time we saw you after that day, you made sure you had a smile for us, no matter how much work we was going through and things of that nature.
Right.
So we appreciate you guys. Leave your names in the comments so I know exactly who you are.
yeah. While everybody else was complaining or finding something we did wrong and all this type of stuff, you guys were very positive.
Very positive.
And I appreciate that.
The whole time. So definitely. Anyway, like I was saying, we had our supporters, and then we had
The trolls.
trolls, if that's what you want to call it. We had guys that was doing things that, let me say this. We never, as E2E, people that's doing things for the community, we don't speak on it. I don't care how you're doing it or what are you doing. If you're putting your time, your effort, your finances into it, you're good with me.
Yeah.
That's none of my business.
You gotta respect it.
You gotta respect it, because you're doing things for your community, whether it's in the 757, whether it's right here in Richmond, whether it's anywhere
Whatever
in Virginia,
league.
whatever league it is or anything.
Right.
I'm gonna respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're putting your time, effort, and resources. But as a league and as a commissioner, we don't always respond to people that's not happy, because we already know the old saying, you can't
please
you
everyone.
can't please everybody. I
Right.
get it. It's gonna be issues. It's gonna be problems. Everybody's not gonna be happy the way you do things. But we always try to change and evolve. But we're still here and we're still trying to be in the communities all the time.
Right.
Right?
Right. And we welcome feedback. It's not like we just
Right.
saying it's our way or no way.
Right.
We accept critical feedback.
All the time.
Right.
You hit our inbox, you hit us personally. A lot of these
Right.
people know us personally.
Right. Come up to the tent.
Come to the tent. That's the best place to do it. Come to the tent, right? But it gets me, right, when a guy basically tries to pinpoint and tries to speak out and try to get attention off our blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
And if you don't know what we're talking about Mr. Lucas, right? He wanted your attention, there it is. You on the show, my guy. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You spoke on us a couple of times on one day, right?
And we weren't bothering you.
That bothered me. We had nothing to do with you. Well, again.
You had nothing to do with our attorney either.
Right.
So I don't know why it affected you.
Well, it didn't affect him. You know what it affected him? That had nothing to... Look, I'm sure other people had issues and things to say about our tournament, right? But when you're doing it for the community, you can't... What kind of person is that, right? But see, we're talking about a person that's bad for football. We're talking about a quitter, right? We're talking about somebody that since I've even known about this guy, right, has either quit or lost everything he's done. Right? That's what I'm talking about. A guy with no resources. How can he tell you what good football is when you ain't never done nothing to make good football? Who's taught you good football?
And that's why I don't think, I think a lot of these folks that's never been in a leadership position or ever ran anything do not understand the fight that we go through with these county folks to get these fields to make sure these kids are able to play football.
Exactly.
Because they don't want us here.
But guys that got resentment, right? Because they can't accomplish things like Mr. Lucas. I mean, he tried a league, remember? He had 13 interest meetings. What the hell you need 13 interest meetings for? By interest meeting number 5, don't nobody want to do it. You had 13 interest meetings. And it was you. It wasn't because the plan wasn't good. It was you, Mr. Lucas. You the only guy I know could be on turf and you kicking up dust. Dusty. It was you, Mr. Lucas.
Yeah, and I could have sworn that you tried to be a coach in our league.
He did. He made sure he was there for the coaches clinic and everything. Right? He wasn't gonna miss it, because I'm sure he couldn't pay the 100. I'm sure he couldn't pay the 100. Now looking at his live video in his work truck, looking like, man, you know what? Look, let me tell you. I ain't never seen somebody work truck interfere with their live feed. That motherfucker alternator problems. What service you got? You try to do a live feed with lines in it, like you got a picture tube. Like you got an old TV. No. Man, want that attention. Because I don't know them. You know what they tell me? Squeaks? You know what they tell me? They tell me, man, you know how he is. I don't know the cat. But through youth football, and everything through youth football been loser, quit, loser. A pattern. They didn't even bust him down and yeah. That man ain't doing nothing but showing live videos. They know he a sucker. Come on, man. Stop playing with us like that. That was uncalled for, my guy. And it is what it is. You wanted this attention on internet. I've talked to you a couple of times. It was all good. But you don't want to be adult about things. Right? it's no need to pick a day when we out here doing things for the community. Right? They just try to downplay what we doing.
You could have came out to the field and said it to our faces.
Right. I'm sure one of the belts costs just as much as one of them loads on your scrap truck. I'm sure of it. Buddy. I'm sure. You picking up aluminum all day trying to do a live with Rail. By the way, Rail is carrying you, bro. Rail is Red Fox and you Damon Wilson. If you don't know who that is,
His name
Damon, whatever. Damon, whatever. He is him. He is Sanford. Rail is Sanford. And that guy's son. And son. He'll never get a spinoff. Rail, get him off your chain. He'll never get a spinoff. It'll never work. His internet don't work. He can't do it in the truck. Hey, look, I watch Rail. Hey, look, hands out the Rail. Rail had live people watching. I watch Rail. Okay? But at the end of the day, listen, that man get on there, right? That man, he look, whatever kind of truck I'm thinking because the metal shaking in the back of that jank, the aluminum and the old, and you know what I'm saying, and the old lawnmowers in the back.
Cadillac.
You know what I'm saying? Catalytic converters shaking up. It's making, you know what I'm saying? It's messing up his feed. Right? That's the problem. You can't keep that man on there. He carrying you, man. Don't nobody want to see you. But you get on doing, you want to speak in riddles and all that type stuff. I ain't going to deal with it. Listen, the thing is, if you want to be what they call it, what's the thing when people always get on you and all that kind of stuff? What they call them? When they get on your post and they always on your post like, he a troll, right? But we don't have to deal with him being a troll. You know why? Because evidently, troll don't pay nothing. So you ain't even a good troll. Bruh, you had the smallest trucker mic I ever seen in my life. You look like a Belle Biv DeVoe dancer trying to keep up with the steps in the front. Your Jade only came to your middle of your cheek, cuz, and you ain't even had no sponge on the end. Man, we already know real truckers got the real jank that come to their mouth. Come on, bruh. Stop playing with me, man.
Hey, you know what?
Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the end of our season.
Yes, and it was a highly successful one.
Very, very successful spring season.
We bought Friday Night Lights back. We had Saturday Night Lights, and we created the Invitational.
Right. Other little hiccups like we just went over, everything was good.
But that too shall pass.
It always does, right?
Fall registration is now open. E2EFootball.com.
You remember? I didn't on Channel 8.
I remembered. I actually guess you do a retraction.
Too late for that. We barely got the feed. It took Jericho. Mike told me, post it. Like, oh, you ain't got it? Nope. Jericho the one got it, so shout out to Jericho. She know we love her. She come all the way from the beach to help us. Yep.
Yes.
Shout out the whole team.
Yes, the crew.
You know what I'm saying? Tanya, Boo Thing, Cara kept us on.
Kept the social media.
Kept the social media jumping.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And the Westbrooks, Diamond and Rhonda.
Yes.
For sure. Other than that, listen, I got some stuff coming up. You gonna take a break, ain't you?
Yes.
You ain't coming on location with me no times?
Unless you're going to Patriots camp. I mean.
So you talking about them type locations. You all just want to be seen. Anyway, catch us out. Catch us out. That was cursive. Check us out. Yeah. Check us out. And like she said, fall is open. We out here. What a day it is. This is a special one. So let me start over. What a day it is to be. E2E. Love y'all.
Watch us work. Watch us work. Watch us work. Watch us work.
The E2E family, the best of them. Just watch us work, we excel in the excellence. 80s on top when they checking in. Work hard our days to crack doors for the heck of it. Gotta work hard, it's a process of betterment. If you got dreams, it's too eager for helping it. Played in this lethal, I'm back in my element. Felt in my Rob, he a travel up veteran. Watch to the bet, it's next season for big. We gotta have fun for one reason, the kids. Grinding for goals on the reason they're in. What a day, what a day. Work hard for y'all's with a play, with a play. Them team tracks be good from the plate to the face. Take it in, then we grow it, no talent to waste. The E2E family, the best of them. Just watch us work, we excel in the excellence. 80s on top when they checking in. Work hard our days to crack doors for the heck of it. Gotta work hard, it's a process of betterment.